I guess I just mean like the financial discrimination, right?
Hmm.
So, like, we could start with PayPal. For so many of us, PayPal is how we can accept payments for things like customs, even if it's just tips, or maybe you're doing Skype shows, things like that. And that's not even full service in person sex work. That's just digital stuff that the government has decided this is legal, 100% legal. And so that's how we can accept money. But for some reason, if they catch a whiff or think that you might be using it for anything sexuality related, example, making custom videos, even, whatever they might be. So lots of custom videos are very PG-13,
Sure.
but it doesn't matter if they think you're doing anything that's fetishy, that's sexual in nature at all. They will close down your account, and they will keep the money. If you've left any money in your account, they'll keep it, and they will say that is the fee for their services. That's the fee they're taking from you, is the
Ill-gotten
fee to leave
gains.
on there. Yeah. And that's just like one small factor. And once your that account is shut down, that's it for you. Like, now you have to find something else.
Well, the Free Speech Coalition, we've had discussed in the past about financial discrimination that's going on out there. In the porn industry, we've been seeing, or anyone, content creators, whether you're creating porn videos for Pornhub or any other adult site, you're seeing banking institutes either close accounts or refuse people to open their accounts, which it's discriminatory. Because they've also done this to certain minority groups as well. And this has been lately. And it's also been happening to people on certain conservative sides of the political realm. Because basically you can't really do that. And they say, well, we're doing that because it protects, our, our banks as far as financially, because it'll be unstable it's bullshit, because you have people out there, and this is straight out. There are people out there. There are radical groups that go to these institutions, and it's the same thing with advertisers. They go to the institutions and protest, and it says, "Do you know who you have in your bank rosters? This is person. This is what they do for a living."
Mr. O'Connor, you have a man working for you in personnel, a young man named Alfred Brewster. That's right, been with you about a year and a half. Man's a communist.
Torturous interference. This is what people are doing. Torturous interference in businesses. And lawsuits need to come across on this. Listen, if you don't like pornography, if you don't like content creation, if you don't like someone's political view, that's okay. You can say that all you want. But if you interfere with their life, with how they do their banking, how they get a house, how they get a loan situation, you're doing something that violates the Constitution. And people need to speak up. And of course, Free Speech Coalition happens to be one of these groups that are pushing this into Congress, that there is a problem with the banking institutes and how they're doing business out there. Because there are many stories out there of people that say, like, I can't open a bank account. I can't, or I had a bank account for 30 years and had no problems with it, and they decided to shut it down. Or I can't collect my money. I'm a content creator on OnlyFans. And that's another part we have to talk about. Certain websites like OnlyFans has adult content on it, pornography, nudity, and stuff like that. But they also have other subjects like gardening and many other subject matters that are on there. So if you hear, I work on OnlyFans, and they're like, oh, we can't have you, it's a porn site. It's the same thing like on Twitch. It's the same thing on YouTube. You're going to have different content levels. Are you going to ban someone because they work on HBO and they do adult movie R-rated movies with sex in it. They might do an HBO Max movie that has romance in it and there's nudity and stuff like that. Are you going to ban because they work on those projects? Think about that for a minute. But we're going to read this into XBiz. The FSC submits statement for the record to the United States Congress about financial discrimination. This is a lot that's been going on. Free Speech Coalition is fighting multiple battles with other organizations. And tasked to record, they've been doing a great job, because some of these age verifications have been stopped and halted. Others have been slowed down. But, there's still a long fight battle going on. The Free Speech Coalition has submitted a statement for the record to Congress detailing the ways the Treasury regulations aim to preventing financial crime may be unintentionally leading to debanking adult businesses and workers. The statement follows a congressional hearing on the oversight of FinCEN, the Treasury Department Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, held by the House Financial Service Committee on February 14th. Representative Joyce Beatty of Ohio called on FinCEN officials to explain what steps they were taking to minimize the debanking of legal businesses and workers. Remember, adult pornography studios, okay? These are movie studios, okay? They are legitimate. They're not illegal. This is not the 1960s. This is 1970s, okay? These are legitimate studio productions. Some of them make R-rated material for, say, Max and many other regular streaming sites as well. We've heard of certain directors that are making legitimate regular. We had that movie by the porn star that passed away recently, Pirates. Pirates was edited down to an R-rated and an NC-17 version on there, because of the popularity and the high production value. There are a lot of porn productions that have a high production value, some better than Hollywood productions, believe it or not. Let's move on. Beatty's question at FSC rep noted is not the first time this issue has been raised in Congress. In November, during a Senate Banking Committee hearing, Senator, sorry if I mispronounced it, LaFanosa Butler from California asked officials from the Office of the Comptroller of Currency what steps that the office was taking to ensure that financial institutions were not unintentionally or inattentionally closing the accounts of customers who were engaged in truly lawful activities. FSC Director Allison Bowden said, over the past year, we've been meeting with legislators, regulators, and Treasury officials to raise awareness of the consequences of the systematic debanking of industry faces. We are glad to see these questions finally being asked and looking forward to working with both Congress and the Treasury to fix the problem. FSC's statement to Congress catalogs the scope of debanking faced by adult businesses and workers, more than 60% of whom have lost or been denied financial services as a result of their relationship to the industry. The statement cites FinCEN regulatory guidance that FSC believes is unintentionally resulting in bank flagging adult businesses and accounts. The FSC submission will become part of the congressional record, a step that the FSC hopes will establish that the organization as a resource and begin a formal dialogue with Congress on the issue. And this is correct. This is absolutely correct. We need to get it. And the thing about it is, it's not only the porn industry. Even content creators, those making comics online. We've heard situations where they've had issues with Patreon and with other websites that have pushed them off, not allowed them. We've had issues with PayPal, and Stripe and many others that, because you are working in a certain particular type of content, you're not allowed to have, make money. And like I said, it goes with the comics, it goes with the content creators that are out here. And a lot of the content creators, it's not only adult, it's, there are regular content creators that find a hard time gaining the money that they're owed by advertisers or by super chats and stuff like that, because basically of the content that they're talking about on their site. We've seen the attacks on Parler and Rumble and Odyssey and BitChute and many others, and what they've done financially, that they're trying to shut us down. This is content. I've just reached my level. We're just about to monetize very soon on this channel. Hopefully we'll be approved on there. If there's going to be an issue, it's going to be, where I'm going to have to speak to some people on there. I've been monetized on Rumble for some time now. I haven't been making a lot of money because we're still building that channel on Rumble. Hopefully we'll be doing live feeds and stuff like that coming soon on both YouTube and Rumble. But, the thing about it is that these banks, they look at to the perspective is that they're listening to other people put people like us down and saying they're just garbage. They're evil. They're committing crimes and all that. But we've not been in a courtroom. We've not been found guilty of anything. Remember, it's innocent before proven guilty in a court of law in this country. What a lot of these groups are doing is torturous interference of our businesses. And we need to find out who is doing this directly. Lawsuits need to come across because of that. Because, hey, listen, you have the right to say, listen, I don't like this person. I don't like the company. I don't like the content they made. That's fine. That's freedom of speech. You got your end. But I also have mine as well. I have my freedoms. The Constitution says it. Lately in the last 10 years, there's been a major fight of the Constitution. And the courts have violated a lot of the constitutional rights on there, on decisions they've made. Banks, businesses, we've seen issues of this nature throughout the country. This is what's throwing us back into the crapper. We used to be a strong country that used to be very good in manufacturing. We made great movies and broadcasts that are still seen all over the world. What do you think that classic television, westerns, and all those old shows and movies are doing very well now? Because basically the stuff that's put out today is garbage. Because people have violated constitutional rights to change things. And that is wrong. So tell me in the comments below, what are your thoughts about this, about financial discrimination? We do have another video out on this, detailing a little bit more on what's been going on. Do check that out. Also, hey, listen, if you've enjoyed the content that we've been bringing to you, I need your help. One major thing on there, hit that subscription button no matter what site you're watching this on, whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on BitChute, Odyssey, or even here on YouTube. If you're watching this, hit it. The more we put this out, especially if you like and share this video, more people will come in, and that's what's been happening. And I thank those who have. We're bringing in a bigger audience. There is more to come. There's more to come that we are working on, and hopefully we'll be able to present it to you soon on there. So once again, comment, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.
Thanks for watching, commenting, and sharing this video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, as this helps the reach of this channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have the ability to help support this channel, as new internet laws around the world will diminish our reach and affect our sponsors. If you choose to help, there are two ways listed in the description below. The first link will lead you to a pay site where you can make a monetary donation. The second will lead you to our gear shop where you can buy shirts, mugs, and other gear. Discounts will be listed on the site. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.